متى الليالي قاسية ما عدت أدري ما الضياء إلا مع القرآن.
I read quite a few books, and mainly they were to do with the seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But the one book that actually convinced me and kind of showed me that what I always thought was true was this book here of The Fundamentals of Tawheed by Sheikh Bilal Phillips. This was the one that cemented my views and my opinions, and this is what really convinced me and took me further into knowing more about Islam.
ما شاء الله تبارك الرحمن. أخي دانييل، تسمح لي أشوف هذا الكتاب القيم؟ الآيات: وما خلقت الجن والإنس إلا ليعبدون، أرأيت من اتخذ إلهه هواه، قل أرأيتكم إن أتاكم عذاب الله أو أتتكم الساعة أغير الله تدعون إن كنتم صادقين. كتاب قيم فعلا ما شاء الله تبارك الرحمن، جمع آيات التوحيد المهمة وكلها اللي في القرآن.
The first time I actually opened the Quran was in English, so I started to read from cover to cover, but I wasn't really taking anything in because there was so much information at the same time. But the one thing that really stood out to me was the continuation of what I had thought from before that, which was the oneness of Allah.
ما هي الآية أو الآيات التي أثرت على قلبك في كتاب الله سبحانه وتعالى؟
There's a verse in Surah Taha that says that your God is only Allah.
هي الآية في سورة طه: إنما إلهكم الله الذي لا إله إلا هو وسع كل شيء علما.
هداية من فضل ربي يكسو الجمال ربوع قلبي، يخضر إحساسي ودربي وملامحي حين اهتديت. نور الهداية زار صدري، هو مبتدأ أنسي وعمري، فعزمت للرحمن أمري وعلى خطاطها مشيت.
That was the time when that kind of really convinced me that everything I thought of in the past, kind of it was confirmed and it was true. So I wanted to take the step and take my shahada. I didn't know what to do and how to do it, but there was one evening where I was sat at my computer just on my own, and I thought, well, why am I delaying things? What's the reason? And I found that there is no reason. And the people told me, if you do want to be Muslim, then just do it, because there's no time to waste. You don't want to die in a state of not being Muslim. So I took the decision, I took my shahada.
أين كانت وأين نطقت الشهادة؟ وحدثني عن شعورك يعني بشكل تفصيلي. ما هو شعور أخي دانييل عندما نطق بهذه الكلمات؟
The first time I said these words was when I was alone in my house, and it didn't really hit me then. I knew I said it, I knew I believed it, but it didn't really affect me as much as the first time I actually prayed. And the first time was here in this masjid down there, and I prayed in sujood, and that was the first time it really affected me. That's when you start, like I just couldn't stop crying, really, to be honest. And that's when you feel, it's when you feel like in sujood, the closest to Allah. And you can't get any closer. So you really feel it then. And it's the first sujood I ever made in my life. This is when you really feel the shahada. Not just words.
لما اشتكى جوف الظما، لما بكى جفني دما، والدرب خاف جهنما، لجأت للقرآن. يا روضة نحيا بها، يا منهجا لأولي النهى، يا غيمة نرنو لها وسماؤها